Hey folks, welcome to a tank sim match on Sinai. So I've spawned at the right side of the map and I've just gone straight up the hill and I'm parking up here. I'm going to look down this ridge and see if I can see anyone that's crossing the middle of the map. I'm not going to get shots on that T95, but it's important to tell people where the enemies are if you see them, so ping them on the map. Edge forward a little bit and then I see a tank coming up the ridge. Yep, it looks like a Japanese Type 74, maybe an STB-1. He probably has APDSFS, which means he's not going to have any trouble penning me, so I'm going to just pull back, hope he doesn't see me, and then get a side shot. But oh shit, that's a Centurion. That means that there's two of them. At this point I'm immediately thinking that I'm fucking screwed. Fire the gun to kick up some smoke, which makes him bodge his shot. He manages to kill two of my crew and lock my turret traverse ring. Angle to make him shoot the same crew again. And then I managed to swipe kill him. And he's pretty unhappy about that in chat. I explained to him what I was doing, so I literally spun the tank at the last second so that he'd shoot the same spot again and only kill the same. Basically he just shot through the same crew members twice, but because they were already dead it didn't give him the kill. If I'd just sat still and taken the shot, then he'd have killed me. And I nearly did just give up. I thought, well fuck this, I'm just going to go back to the hangar and start again, but yeah. And then, because of how bullshit that was, apparently, he decides that he's just gonna J out and kill himself. So there he goes, look, he just destroys his second tank. That's him out of the game. So I've actually killed three there, sort of. So down to two crew, and I'm thinking maybe I should drive back to our spawn to get another crew member. But obviously I'm not just going to drive straight across the entire map without checking anywhere first, and I actually end up seeing this Centurion out in the desert. You'll notice I'm using the historical Gunsight, so I'm just using the ranging there. I put him at around 16 to 1700 meters, so I set the range to just above 1600, and then I see this Raketin. I don't readjust the range for the Raketin, I'm just going to wing it, aim low. I'd shoot high, I don't disable him or anything, just kill his gunner and his commander so he drives off. My reload is incredibly arduously long because of my dead loader, but I kept the ranging the same, so as soon as the gun's ready to go, aim for the turret, hit the turret bang on, kill everyone in it, knock out his gun. 3 crew members dead out of 4, that's a dead tank. And then in chat he was like, as if you saw me. Like, how obvious was he then? Like, a blind person could have probably spotted him, to be honest. But yeah, he can get mad about that all he wants. If he sees this video on YouTube, he's going to see just how easy it was to spot him. I'm going to point out the Raketin to the team, because I don't want him to kill anyone. I've just seen a T-54 leaving our spawn out in the desert, and I don't want him to get killed by someone he doesn't know is there, so mark him on the map. And then this guy just decides that he's going to have an issue. Like, I called the tank a Hot 2 because there's a Raketin Jagdpanzer 2, which is the first one, and then there's the Hot 2, which is the second one. And he just has this hissy fit about it being different, and then that whole thing lasts like 5 minutes, and I'm thinking to myself, fuck, he's still alive, isn't he? And as I think it, I'm like, shit, I better look for him. And he's right there, and he's like, no, don't see me, and he's just speed running. He's like, quickly get to the cap, I can win. And then, if that stupid fucking argument with that prick on my own team had lasted any longer, he'd have literally got into the cap, started capping it, and probably spun around and fucking killed me. So yeah, it's a good job I noticed when I did. Right, so that was my 4th kill, I think. And then after he's dead, I'm thinking, right, they're down to like 2 or 3 team members on the opposite team now, so I'm just gonna go and get a crew member back. But then I spot an M60 on the way there. Range a little far and hit him high. He's still down to 2 crew members, but it would have been nicer to hit him in the hull, because it probably would have killed him. I got the shot placement pretty much where I wanted it in terms of like the middle of the tank in front to back terms, but if I'd aimed a little bit lower, then I would have killed him. So now I'm pushing across, and I need to be wary about which way around he's going to go. He could either go left around the rocks in front of me, the right, or pretty much straight through him. And the friendly pings the map, and it makes me think he's going to come through this opening here. So I park up by this wrecked Centurion and just sort of sit here for a minute and wait, because I'm thinking he's still fully mobile. He should probably be here pretty soon. And if he comes from that direction, he'll probably not see me because of the Centurion covering the majority of my tank. But I don't want to sit around for ages, so I just move on. Check in the other direction whilst I'm doing it, and he's right here, look, he's just not looking at all. I think he was looking towards our spawn to his right, to my back. He must just not have seen me. The dust on this map kind of fucks you over sometimes. Anyway, so I sit in the cap, get a crew member back, and whilst I'm in there, a teammate says they've got an M48 in the desert. He pings him in like G5-ish. So I'm thinking they've got a team member way over at the opposite side of the map, and they've probably got another one, fuck knows where, I have no idea where he's going to be. And then this friendly pings the map, and I hear some shots as well, so it sounds like they're having a firefight. The M48, who I thought was way over at the other side of the map, is the guy that just got pinged, and he killed the teammate. That black smoke that was just ahead of me was the dead teammate. But I know that he's somewhere up this hill. From the friendly's ping, I thought I wouldn't be able to see him. I thought he would have gone like further left around these big rocks I'm looking at. But I sit here for a minute anyway, because it really doesn't pay to be hasty in Sim. At the angle that I'm at, I've got a fair chance of bouncing a shot if it's not heat FS, and even if it's low caliber heat FS, I can probably absorb it. And then I get shot at, and judging by where I am and where the impact was, I can work out that he's basically at the top of this hill. So I've just pinged where he is to the teammate that's behind me to the left. At this point I'm thinking it's just him that we're dealing with, and the other enemy players are somewhere else, like miles away, not involved in this fight. I'm struggling to get shots on here. One of the downsides of using this historical gunsight is that you don't get like the traditional range markers, so it's harder to just, you know, gauge a shot and then wing it without setting the range. You kind of have to set the range. So I guessed it to be around 1100 to 1200 meters, set the range. It looked like it went a little bit high when I just fired there, so I adjust it down a notch. I can't work out what ammunition this guy's firing until he hits me, and obviously I don't want to get hit, so I'm just kind of edging around, seeing if he'll waste ammo. And then the teammate that was behind me gets killed by a Leopard 1, which worries me. So now I know there's 2 of them now. I'm pretty sure that that's the whole of the rest of their team. So M48's to my back right, Leopard's somewhere to my front right. I'm the only person left on my team now. Shot sounded like it came from up here. And then he's right there on my right, looking to massively overextend. I don't see him until it's too late. It's a good job I went to get that extra crew member, because I'd have been dead otherwise. but that's my loader dead again, and my cannon breech is out, so I'm going to back off and repair, and hopefully deal with it. On the way I see the M60 coming down that hill, so now I'm worried about where the M60 is going to be coming from. Fix my cannon breech, and now I'm thinking the M60 could either be coming through this channel, so I put some artillery down to see if I can get hits on him to work out where he is as he's passing through. But I'm also worried that he could be coming along the D&E line on the map through the gap in the rocks behind me. And the Leopard almost definitely is going to be rushing towards our flag to capture it. They're going to basically hamstring me and come at me from 2 different directions at once, so I'm trying to figure out where would be a good position to deal with both of them. I'm pretty much hidden from the rear in this position, and I've got a fair view of this gap in the rock, but if the Leopard goes wider to the left, I'm not going to have shots on without manoeuvring, and my reload is going to be insanely long now that my loader's dead. So I'm just kind of debating in myself, kind of ripping myself in two, deciding what to do, and then I look behind me, and it occurs to me that these rocks, these big ass rocks to my right, further behind me, they're actually like shallow enough to climb. So I'm gonna try and go down off these rocks that I'm on and climb the ones that are in front of me to the right, because I don't think anyone would expect me to be up there when I'm the last player left alive fighting against 2 enemy tanks. But I didn't account for one thing, and that was the mission timer. And the M60 was actually in front of me, so I had my gun facing the wrong way anyway. But I survived the match, only person on the team to survive the match, and I got an ace. So I'm not going to turn my nose up at that result. If you've enjoyed the gameplay, commentary, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more. Check out other videos. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or anything about the Gunsight, anything like that. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers.